What's up, y'all? It's your host here, Zach, here for another episode of The Breakdown. Y'all watched the movie today, y'all. It's called Just One of the Guys. It was released in 1985, and it stars Joyce Heiser, Billy Jane, William Zabka, best known for playing Johnny in The Karate Kid, and on the remake television series, or continuation television series, Cobra Kai, and Clayton Ronner. Yo, this movie, it's about a girl. Her name is Terry. She's in high school. She's tired of not being taken seriously as a writer, so she decides to disguise herself as a boy and go undercover at another high school and try to get taken seriously as a writer. And she ends up meeting a guy that she likes. But in the process, she tries to help him, glow up, you know what I'm saying? Get his swag together. He starts dressing better, help him find a date to the prom, and combat a bully. So, what I got to say about this film? It was funny. Y'all, it was funny as hell. She's trying to act like a guy. She's putting her sock down in her pants to make her look like, she's got something down there. She's walking real funny. She doesn't want to play in gym class when the coach is like shirts and skins. No, she has to be skins since, of course, she can't take her shirt off and this and that and everything like that. Her little brother was horny as fuck. He's trying to get laid constantly, and he does end up getting that, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the movie. And, yeah, it was just super charming. My favorite scene is when they're in the bathroom together, and, she's taking her new friend out. He thinks that she's a guy. She takes him out to the mall. They get, dressed up. They're looking fly, they're looking fresh, they're looking good. He's looking nice. Then the bully spills a tray of food on him and shit like that. And then, they go to the bathroom. She's like, "Oh, you look so nice today." And she strokes his hair, and he's looking at her like, "What the fuck?" Because, obviously he thinks it's a him. But, that part was funny. The ending prom part, when they go to the prom and, everything gets figured out, she finally reveals, like, "Yo, listen, I'm really a girl," and she has to show him her tits just so he believes her. And then, let's see, 80s high school movies are fucking great. Obviously, it's the classic era of high school movies. You've got Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Breakfast Club, Risky Business, The Karate Kid, The Outsiders, Just One of the Guys, Heathers, and so on and so forth. 16 Candles, Can't Buy Me Love. There's just so many dope 80s high school movies. What y'all haven't noticed, for all my fellow cinephiles out there, movie lovers out there, in like the 80s, in case you haven't noticed, the 80s is about there's a lot of high school movies, and the 90s is about a lot of young people type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like the 80s is about high school, 90s is about young people trying to find their way in the world. So I love 80s and 90s films. I love all eras of film. There's not an era of film where, there's not a film from any era that you can put on and I won't like it. I always find something to love about it, especially if it's a classic. But, yeah, this was, the ending was great. This was great, a great movie. The ending was great. Terry ends up falling in love with the guy. The guy comes back. At first, he's pissed off at her for lying to him, but then he comes back and forgives her. She actually cuts her hair, and when she's dressed like a girl and her hair, even though it's cut short, she actually looks really good in the movie. She's actually, really, really attractive. But yeah, man, this movie, it was funny, it was charming, and it was a great 80s high school movie. It's short, man, you know what I'm saying? It's got, a cool, little message to it. I guess the message is if you want to be taken seriously, as a man, I guess, that's not a good message, should I say, But I guess that's the message of the movie, you could say, is that, back in those days, if you want to be taken seriously, a lot of times you had to be a man, which, sucks. Obviously, we live in, different times now, although some people still uphold that standard, and that's shitty. That's really shitty. But, it's just, I think it's really shitty that, some, men and, the powers that be, they don't take women seriously because they're women, and that's fucked up. It's really fucked up. But, this movie finds a way to talk about that subject matter and that thing with a lot of humor, a lot of, integrity and a lot of, charisma. And it's, just a really cool, simple, straight to the point high school movie. I really enjoyed it. It's on Tubi right now. I highly recommend that y'all check it out. And yeah, that's all I really got for y'all today. I'll be uploading another video here soon. I watched a movie recently called The Lovely Bones, starring Mark Wahlberg and Susan Sarandon and a whole bunch of others, which is about a girl that dies. Or, I'm sorry, she gets murdered, and she's in, like, another realm. She's in, like, the, in between, I guess, between, like, earth and heaven. And then, her family, her father and her sister specifically, is trying to solve her murder because, they believe, that their creepy neighbor did it. And, spoiler alert, he did. So, yeah, it was a pretty good movie. My friend of mine, he recommended it to me. It was pretty cool. Checked it out. But I'm going to be watching some more movies here soon. And probably soon tomorrow I'll be watching some more new movies. Tomorrow I'll try to watch at least a new movie, 1 or 2 new movies a day. I'm currently watching a television series Oz, like I told y'all before. But yeah, this movie was super cool. It was an easy watch. It's only an hour and 40 minutes. Y'all go check that out. It's on Tubi. And as always, man, I love y'all. I fuck with y'all. Y'all rock with me. I'm rocking with y'all. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and peace, love, and soul.